They say Milwaukee is a city of neighborhoods, a place where everybody knows your name, or at least your cousins. It's a city built on hard work and late-night hustles. But on April 1st, 2024, the hustle turned into a hunt. Sade Robinson was doing everything right. 2 jobs, college student, living her own life. She went out for a first date, the kind of thing we've all done 1,000 times. A drink, some conversation, a vibe check. She thought she was meeting a nice guy. She thought she was safe. But by morning, Sade's car was a charred skeleton on the north side. By the next week, the lake began to give up secrets no mother should ever have to hear. This was a calculated erasure, a man who tried to scatter a young girl's light across a cold city. Tonight, we pull back the veil on the deadly first date. We're talking about the monster in the basement, the 45-minute verdict, and the mother who refused to let her daughter become just another cold case file. This is the story of Sade Robinson and the law written in her blood. Not just a statistic.
Anderson's connection to a missing person. No names were spoken in court this morning, but the family of Sade Robinson was in the courtroom. Our Megan Lee in Cudahy now, where Robinson's friends and family are searching for new clues to her disappearance.
That's right, Steve. Family and friends of Sade Robinson just got here at Warnemont Park to continue their search efforts in the missing teen. One of those searchers is Julia Ferreira. She says her son and the missing teen are great friends. She showed me some of these pictures. I want you to take a look at your screen so you can see these photos from Pizza Shuttle. The missing teen has worked at Pizza Shuttle for 4 years now, and Ferreira tells me her son and Sade have been friends. They've leaned on each other, and she says that the Pizza Shuttle is like a family. She is urging the community to continue helping with the search efforts.
We need to bring the heart of Pizza Shuttle back home.
The heart of Pizza Shuttle, Sade Robinson, went missing on April 1st. Today, Julia Ferreira looks at photos of her son Benicio and Sade working together at the restaurant.
They vibed, they listened to music, they laughed. I mean, they talked about everything.
Julia just got back from visiting Benicio at college. She says her son is heartbroken over Sade's disappearance.
He's devastated. He's still marching on because Sade would want him to, because she would be like, nope, I don't want you to be sad. I want you to keep living your life.
Many Pizza Shuttle employees, too upset to go on camera, tell me her smiley presence is unforgettable. Julia would agree.
Always laughing, smiling, making the customers feel like welcomed and the employees welcomed, and just like always lit up the room.
Family and friends are not losing hope. They want to bring their ray of light safely back home.
She is somebody that is very special, you know, and I hope we can find some answers for her.
Sade's disappearance comes in the same week that body parts have been found in and outside of Milwaukee. I did see Sade's family in court this morning for Maxwell Anderson's first court appearance. However, authorities have not yet connected the body parts or with Sade Robinson. Live in Cudahy, Megan Lee, TMJ4 News.
Megan, thank you. As she just referred to, human remains were also found at 30th and Lisbon, just a block away from where Robinson's car was discovered.
We're talking about a story that shook Milwaukee to its core in 2024 and stayed on our minds all through the 2025 trial. We're talking about Sade Robinson, 19 years old, full of life, a criminal justice student at MATC. She was doing everything right, working 2 jobs, living on her own, chasing that degree. Then she goes on one date. One. And the person she met? He wasn't just a bad date. He was a monster hiding in the open. Let's get into it. Sade wasn't just a name in a headline. She was a hustler in the best sense. She worked at Pizza Shuttle. She worked at the Wisconsin Country Club with her little sister, Adriana. People talked about her smile, how it could light up a whole room. She was in her final semester, weeks away from walking that stage. But on April 1st, 2024, she decides to head out. She meets this guy, Maxwell Anderson, 33 years old, former bartender. They hit up Twisted Fisherman, then Dukes on Water. Surveillance shows them playing beer pong, laughing. To anyone watching, it looked like a normal Monday night vibe. But by 9 p.m., they head to his place on the south side. And that is where the light goes out. When Sade doesn't show up for her shift at Pizza Shuttle the next day, the alarm bells start ringing. Her coworkers knew this wasn't her. By the time police find her car on the north side, it's a skeleton, torched. Then comes the part that still gives me chills. A severed leg is found at Warnemont Park. Then an arm. Then a torso. The city is waking up to a literal nightmare. While the family is out searching, passing out flyers, the DNA is coming back. And it's Sade. The power couple image we talked about earlier? This is the opposite. This is a predator who hunted a young woman and then tried to throw her away like she was nothing. Fast forward to the summer of 2025. We're in the courtroom. Maxwell Anderson is sitting there, and the evidence is, it's beyond horrific. The prosecution shows a photo, one Anderson took himself, of Sade incapacitated on his couch. It was premeditated. He had tools ready in his basement. The jury didn't even need an hour. 36 minutes of deliberation. Guilty on all counts. First-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, arson. In August 2025, the judge gave him life without parole. She told him he was the highest level of violence imaginable. But here's the thing that keeps the family up at night. He never said where her head was. To this day, parts of Sade are still missing.
When you think about, is there ever something redeemable in a person? You'd like to say at some point there is. And I can tell you that at the points in life where I've come to the conclusion that there isn't anything redeemable, you do think about, I think it takes away a little piece of my soul. How come I couldn't find anything good? How come I can't find anything that I can say at some point you'll be a better person? So, ultimately at sentencing, considering the seriousness of the offense, your character, and the needs of society. This is clearly not a probation case. Probation would unduly depreciate the seriousness of the offense and isn't even allowable under our law. You are sentenced to a term of life imprisonment, and that is what the penalty is for a jury of your peers ultimately coming back and convicting you on first-degree intentional. In this case, I didn't see a restitution request.
We are asking for a restitution hearing, and we've pre-selected a date.
Thank you. We'll be setting restitution off to be determined at a later date. Relative to this matter, I have considered the seriousness of the offense. I have weighed your character, and as I've indicated, I find it wanting. I've also reflected on the needs of society, and are you a good risk? And sadly, you're not. As to my sentence, relative to the nature of the offense, you are not eligible for challenge incarceration. You're clearly not eligible for any substance abuse programming.
Sade's mother, Sheena, isn't just grieving, she's fighting. She's pushing for Sade's law. She wants a task force for missing and murdered Black women. Because, let's be real, the system doesn't always move this fast when it's one of us. Sade's sister, Adriana, walked that graduation stage in May 2024 in a pink cap and gown to accept Sade's degree. That's the image I want you to hold on to. Not the horror in the park, but the sisterhood and the strength. Check on your friends, share your locations, and never let them forget her name. Rest in power, Sade Robinson.
The case of Sade Robinson is uniquely horrific because it involves a premeditated, predatory attack on a young woman by someone who appeared to be a normal date. The legal resolution in 2025 has cemented this case as a landmark for victim advocacy. Sade's Law. In the wake of her death, Sade's mother, Sheena Scarborough, partnered with Wisconsin lawmakers to introduce a series of reforms collectively known as Sade's Law. As of late 2025, these efforts have focused on Task Force for Missing and Murdered Black Women. A central pillar of the legislation is the creation of a permanent task force to address the high rates of violence and the disparity in police response times for Black women and girls. Police investigation reform. The law seeks to mandate a 24-hour response window for missing persons reports regardless of the person's age, addressing the critical 2-day delay that occurred before Sade's family was officially notified she was missing. Safety plan networks. Building on existing 2025 statutes like Act 10, the legislation advocates for digital safety networks, where young people can pre-authorize the sharing of their real-time location and date details with a safety plan partner in case of emergency. Dating app accountability. The horror of a first-date murder led to significant pressure on dating platforms throughout 2025. Background check transparency. Many apps began rolling out enhanced red flag indicators that alert users if a match has a public record of domestic violence or arson, two things Maxwell Anderson had in his past. The Date Check-in feature. New safety features now allow users to set a return time. If the user doesn't check back into the app by a certain hour, the app automatically pings their emergency contacts with the last known GPS coordinate.